I recently just finished the Reignited trilogy. Overall, a fantastic recreation with only a few things that annoyed me. Now, with Crash 4 coming along, it's time to think about what they could do with a Spyro 4. First, we'll start off by saying I think the Reignited trilogy should be the last remake at least for some time. I feel like a remake of Dragonfly or Legend would just be a waste, and it's time to look toward the future. Though I would love to see the classic games recreated but with more time and effort, and the Legend series rebooted with a real budget. The core gameplay of Spyro should likely remain the same, jumping, fire breathing, gliding, and headbutting. But I do think it needs much more than this to keep fresh, more elements, and have them permanently unlocked that you can switch on the fly and not just jump into on certain levels. Another way to improve the variety of gameplay are other characters. I think perhaps just limit it to Hunter, Bianca, and maybe one more. Bianca being a mage, there are so many possibilities you can do with her. Perhaps a third character can be the monkey. They say his gameplay is what led to Ratchet, so maybe he can have a Ratchet & Clank style of gameplay. Perhaps Spyro could have some minor elements from the Legends games, such as time manipulation powers. Maybe one of the side characters can go a bit deeper into melee style combat and level ups. Also, while I'm not sure about what the fandom thinks, I would be pretty okay if we never had a speedway level ever again. One of my favorite mini games as a kid was the skateboarding level in Year of the Dragon. So what if the next game was skateboarding game with a story similar to how Crash and Jak handled their racing games? Personally, I think it could work and be a lot of fun. Like, imagine all those classic Spyro worlds revamped into like a big open skate park level. So I think there are many possibilities aesthetically. Though I understand if fans would be upset at it not being a more direct sequel in terms of gameplay and acting something more like a spin-off. In that case, the gameplay should always be platforming. Always have meeting odd people that needs help in different worlds. What can change while still keeping the core elements is revamping the action, the combat. Perhaps even something like a Spider-Man or Arkham style of dodging and countering attacks. I can even see it working like a Kingdom Hearts 2, where the charge attack can be used to rush the enemy and keep the combo going. Okay, that might all sound like a bit much, and it's kinda hard to explain how I'm picturing in my head, but if they were going for more of a Legend style of gameplay in terms of action, I can see those styles working. Now the gems. Perhaps it can be more like one of the sequel games, where instead of it being used to unlock levels or give money to money bags, it can be used to upgrade things. I have also thought, how could the games work if Spyro was a bit older? Now, Spyro being older in the sequels is something that's debated in fans. Personally, I think it would be nice, and it could work with him being able to fly, at least on the same level of flight as he was able to do in the final unlockable area in the first Spyro game. Limited so you still have platforming, but just a bit different. Different enough to make it feel fresh while still keeping the core gameplay. Well, those are the best ideas I can come up with. What do you think? What are your ideas? Personally, I could not really think of how an open or bigger world would help Spyro, unless perhaps the flying allows you to go much further distance on a map. Like maybe one world has multiple sections in the same location instead of it being cut off in the portals. Just thought of that just now while writing. Anyway, tell me your thoughts, and please remember to like and subscribe. Next video will be on story ideas.